From this sequence right here, decide to put a pen in place on the knight with the rook. Idea is knight has less mobility. Trying to overload the knight with the bishop there. Idea is going to be to check with the queen, and after queen defends, we'll check again. Problem with that is it brings out the rook in white's defense. Got to move our queen back. In a little bit of a tricky spot here. After the pawn push right there, decide to move the rook over. Basically, that pins the pawn. Now that the pawn is pinned, our queen is safe. But we got to act quickly. Going to push the pawn on the A file. And after white tries to remove it, we take. Now we can take with the rook. We don't want to trade queens. We need the queen for a checkmate combo. And we're down material. So that pawn is not pinned, so we're going to have to move our queen over. And after knight goes back, we're exposed here, so we're going to move the queen. But we now have a move that's going to work. We've got A1 in the corner as a check. And of course, we're going to take it. And that's very important because that's going to allow us to win the knight. White decides not to trade in the spot and instead decides to go for the checkmate threat. Remember, we had a bishop guarding the square here, so our back row is safe. Decide to sacrifice the bishop. Thinking is if queen takes, we've got this, followed by, I believe, that, and then that combo there. Well, I mean, we're going to win in this spot as long as we get checks and protect our back row. It doesn't actually play out like that. Instead, what happens is white decides to play its queen back. That's good for us for spacing issues because we have the queen check here. And this is where I messed up. I missed a mate in 2. And it's basically, okay, we check here, and if queen blocks, we can finish it off right there. Alternatively, if queen, well, I think queen can only block. That's the only move there. So I missed that. Instead, I basically played a check from here, a check from here, and then finish it off right there.